Hello guys, welcome back again to Vance Empire TV. My name is Gavin. So guys, as I promised you from my previous video, today we'll tackle chapter 13. This one talks about the public service. Yeah? Don't confuse it with the Public Service Commission. This one is the public service. So this one has part 1, part 2, and part 3. This one is very short. Like kidogo tu, just a few minutes of your time, then I will be done with this chapter. So part 1 talks of values and principles of public service. Then part 2 talks of the Public Service Commission now. And then part 3, which is the last one, talks of part 3 talks of the Teacher Service Commission. So this one is very short, guys, just some few minutes, then we will be through with this one. So straight into part 1, guys, straight into part 1, values and principles of public service. The values and principles of public service include high standards of professional ethics, efficient, effective and economic use of resources, responsive, prompt, effective, impartial and equitable provision of services, involvement of the people in the process of policy making, accountability for administrative acts, transparency and provision to the public of timely, accurate information, subject to paragraph H and I, fair competition and merit as the basis of appointments and promotions, representations of Kenya's diverse communities, and affording adequate and equal opportunities for appointment, training, and advancement at all levels of the public service of men and women, the members of all ethnic groups, and persons with disabilities. Okay. The values and principles of public service apply to public service in all state organs in both levels of government and all state corporations. Parliament shall enact legislation to give full effect to this article. Part 2, the Public Service Commission. So let's see about the Public Service Commission and how it works. Okay, the Public Service Commission consists of a chairperson, a vice chairperson, and 7 other members appointed by the President with the approval of the National Assembly. Subject to clause 4, a person is not eligible for appointment as a member of the Commission if the person has at any time within the preceding 5 years held office or stood for election as a member of Parliament or of a county assembly, or a member of the governing body of a political party, or holds any state office, is or has at any time been a candidate for election as a member of Parliament or of a county assembly, or is or has at any time been the holder of an office in any political organization that sponsors or otherwise supports or has at any time sponsored or otherwise supported a candidate for election as a member of Parliament or of a county assembly. Clause 3C and D cease to apply to a person after 2 general elections. For Parliament have a parliament have been held since the person ceased to be such a candidate or office holder. There shall be a secretary to the commission. The secretary is the chief executive of the commission and shall be appointed by the commission for a term of 5 years and is eligible for reappointment once. Let's go. Let's continue. Function and powers of the Public Service Commission. The function and powers of the commission are as set out in this article. The commission shall, subject to this constitution and legislation, establish and abolish offices in the public service and appoint persons to hold or act in those offices and to confirm appointments. Exercise disciplinary control over and remove persons holding or acting in those offices. Promote the values and principles referred to in Articles 10 and 232 through the public service. Investigate, monitor, and evaluate the organization, administration, and personal practices of the public service. Ensure that the public service is efficient and effective. Develop human resources in the public service. Review and make recommendations to the national government in respect of conditions of service, code of conduct, and qualification of officers in the public service. Evaluate and report to the President and Parliament on the extent to which the values and principles referred to in Articles 10 and 232 are complied with in the public service. Hear and determine appeals in respect of county government's public service and perform any other functions and exercise any other powers conferred by national legislation. Clause 1 and 2 shall not apply to any of the following offices in the public service: state offices, an office of High Commissioner, Ambassador, or other diplomatic or consular representative of the Republic. An office or position subject to the Parliamentary Service Commission, the Judicial Service Commission, the Teacher Service Commission, the National Police Service Commission, or an office in the service of a county government except as contemplated in Clause 2I. Let's continue, guys. The Commission shall not appoint a person under Clause 2 to hold or act in any office on the personal staff of the President or a retired President, except with the consent of the President or retired President. The Commission may delegate in writing, with or without conditions, any of its functions and powers under this article to any one or more of its members or to any officer, body, or authority in the public service. Staffing of county governments. That's Article 235. The county government is responsible within a framework of uniform norms and standards prescribed by an Act of Parliament for establishing and abolishing offices in its public service, appointing persons to hold or act in those offices, and confirming appointments, and exercising disciplinary control over and removing persons holding or acting in those offices. Clause 1 shall not apply to any office or position subject to the Teachers Service Commission. Okay, let's continue guys. To Article 236, protection of public officers. A public officer shall not be victimized or discriminated against for having performed the functions of office in accordance with this Constitution or any other law, or dismissed, removed from office, demoted in rank, or otherwise subjected to disciplinary action without due process of law. Part 3, which is the last part, because I told you this one has only 3 parts and is very short. So this is the last part. Let's talk about the Teacher Service Commission. All right. So let's see how this one works. In the Teacher Service Commission, the functions of the commissions are to register trained teachers. So walimu, hii ni yenyu walimu. So you have to be registered with the Teacher Service Commission so that you are a recognized teacher in this country, just as the lawyers are registered with LSK. So ukienda Teachers College umesoma na hujakuwa registered na Teacher Service Commission, then you are not recognized in Kenya as a teacher. Wewe unajulikana tu kwa village yenu ama kwa area yenu, yaani mwalimu unafunza tu academy, but if you are not registered with the Teacher Service Commission, then you are not recognized as a trained teacher in Kenya. So teachers or anyone who knows a teacher, mpitishie hii ujumbe, pass this information. To register trained teachers, to recruit and employ registered teachers. Umeona sasa? So for you to be employed by TSC, first you have to be registered and then you get employed because now you are in their register, so you are recognized. To recruit and employ registered teachers. To assign teachers employed by the commission for service in any public school or institution. Walimu mnaelewa hii, wale walimu wajanja, hata wale wenye wanaingia kwa colleges, you know this one. Huwezi kwepa hii. La sivyo utafunzanga tu kwa tuto academy to a village. But when they are doing their operations, ukipatikana unarushwa ndani. To promote and transfer teachers, to exercise disciplinary control over teachers, and to terminate the employment of teachers. The commission shall review the standards of education and training of persons entering the teaching service, review the demand for and the supply of teachers, and advise the national government on matters relating to the teaching profession. Full stop. Guys, we've come to the end of this chapter. I told you that this one was a short one. This one was very short. So our next episode or our next chapter will be chapter 14, which talks about the national security. So this one will be coming soon. Guys, thank you again for the support. Yeah, as I tell you in every other episode, guys, tell a friend to subscribe to Vance Empire TV, guys. While you are there, subscribe, watch video, watch the video, like, acha comment yako hapo, make a comment. After that, we wait for another video. Thank you, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.